What's up, everybody? Hey, so you're about to watch my interview with CJ Davis. Good, solid kid. And so this is a little different than most of the other interviews I've done. Um, Davis is currently still in the Army, but he's reached a crossroads where he's trying to decide whether to get out soon or stay in. So I hope you enjoy this little change of pace. Also, too, thanks to everybody that has jumped on to teespring.com and gotten the t-shirt or a tank. Keep in mind, 15% of all the sales go to Honor 22 and their efforts down in Texas to combat PTSD and veteran suicide. So yeah, if you haven't, check it out. Other than that, please enjoy. One and go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Carry On portion of Veterans IRL. We got a special treat today. So I know that we've been interviewing a lot of guys who've already gotten out of the service. And I thought today, why not interview a guy that's in the service? All right. I got a good soldier here named CJ Davis. And yeah, man, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm CJ Davis. I joined the Army May 19th, 2014. I originally wanted to be a Ranger, but my GT, I was one of those kids that with the look, my GT would just didn't cut it. So my first duty station was Fort Hood, and I was with that unit for about 2 years. With that unit, I went on a 9-month rotation to Korea, and at the end of Korea, my unit got disbanded, and so they sent half of us to Alaska and the other half to the 10th Mountain Division, and that's where I'm at right now in New York.
Okay, so back up. So I mean, I heard something about assault company and 1-8 kind of getting split and shit. What happened there?
To be honest, I couldn't tell you. I just know that I don't really know, to be honest.
Okay.
They just they couldn't give you a solid answer.
Because like I heard something like they got reflagged as like Charlie Company, fucking some other crazy shit.
So the way that battalion worked, there's 2 infantry units and then there's 2 tanker units. And what they did, they just squished them both together. So now, instead of being Alpha Company and Bravo Company being infantry, they squished it together and called it Charlie Company. And so, just to make things more compact.
And more fucking confusing.
Yes.
Okay, I could go on for like hours about how combined arms doesn't make any fucking sense. But anyways, so now you're at 10th fucking Mountain up there in fucking Suckland, uptown, Watertown, fucking New York, man. How are you liking the 10th? Have you gotten your mountain tab yet?
No, actually, yeah.
We won't go into details on what that means, but you know, so yeah, how is it?
For the most part, like before I came here, I was super pumped. I was like, oh yeah, 10th Mountain Division, like fucking Black Hawk down, let's do this. And so I got here, and that's when I figured out the Army's about the same everywhere you go. And the Army's really cool. There's great opportunities and stuff, but I think this is when I really realized that the Army might not be for me. That there might be better options out there for me. But for the most part, like I met great dudes up here. Like the Adirondack Mountains are super great. Like the unit, they do have great history and stuff. But for the most part, like coming from Texas to New York,
that's a huge change, man.
New York sucks, dude.
Bro, like I feel you. I went from Alaska to Texas and then back to fucking Alaska, like night and day, dude. I feel you. So, all right, man. So you're up there, and I get the perspective you had going up there, where you thought like, oh, this shit. I had the same perspective when I went to Hood. You know, I came down on it. They offered me like, you know, they said, hey, you can go to 1st Armored at Fort Bliss, or you can go to 10th Mountain. And I was like, nah, fuck all that. And they're like, well, you could go to Fort Hood. And I was like, who's there? I'm like, oh, 1st Cavalry Division. I said, oh shit, we were soldiers, like air assault, like shit, man. I've jumped out of helicopters. I got that too easy. I got down there, and I think it was like the first day I was in fucking Alpha Company, and I was like, so hey man, when do we get on the choppers and shit? And like, bro, we don't use the choppers. I was like, what the fuck do we use? And like, oh, we use Bradleys. And I was like, what the fuck is that? and, they're like, oh, it's like a mini tank. And I was like, oh god, what have I done?
That's exactly what happened when I got there too. I was looking for the helicopters, and they showed me a Bradley, and I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm a bitch ass private. What can I say?
Hollywood and TV, man, it just sets you up for failure. You just can't trust it, man. Okay, so you're at a point now where you're starting to think outside the Army. Why is that? What's happened recently?
Well, everybody joins the Army to do like cool guy stuff for the most part.
Uh-huh.
And, well, when I was in Korea, I got my GT up, and to be a Ranger, it just has to be 105. And well, I got mine high enough to qualify for Special Forces, and I was like, no shit. I was like, might as well go straight to the top if I have the opportunity. And so I went to selection and made a couple mistakes and shit. In that type of environment, they don't accept little mistakes. So I fucked up. They kicked me out. And I have a return date, but it's right before I get out of the Army. So I figured, while I'm young and dumb, I can go to college, get a degree in something, and the Army's always going to be here, So I figured if the universe really is pulling me towards back into the military, then I'll just let it happen. But for the most part, I'm going to get out and see what happens.
Okay, so. Well, you looked at Ranger before. Have you thought about maybe going to? I mean, what do they call it now? Is it RASP? RASP. Have you thought about that?
I looked into it, but I went to Korea, and I got an Article 15 in Korea, and in the process of when you're in the military, when you're already in the Army, then there's a whole packet and a whole another process to go to apply for RASP, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And so, in order to qualify for something like that, you can't have anything like an Article 15 within 2 years.
So no UCMJ, no bad conduct, stuff. Okay.
No, nothing. They want like high quality soldiers, you know what I mean? And obviously, I got an Article 15, so I don't look the high. To them, I'm not the highest quality, you know what I mean? So.
But don't they understand that like, to go to Korea and not get a UCMJ, you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, or really good at what you do.
I
was really good until the end, but it's whatever. I slipped up. It's whatever. But I could extend and definitely go for it again. But like I said, I might be able to come back in with an option 40 or an 18 X-ray or something. It's whatever. I don't want to be that like 27-year-old dude hitting on freaking 18-year-old. I don't want to be that pervert. So.
That fucking that old ass veteran hanging around fucking 18, 19-year-old girls like, hey, what's up? I'm a war hero. Fucking.
Been to Korea. Oh my god.
You ever been to Korea? Fucking. Oh my gosh. Fucking. Okay, so I get it, man. I get it, dude. I totally get it. This is man, God, like you are at such a crucial point where like, but the great thing is, if you get out, you can always come back in. I mean, like you were saying, and if you want to do the 18 X-ray route, I don't know if they still do it, but National Guard 18 X-ray, if they still do that, that is where it's at, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to into that because I know there's 19th group and I think the other one's 20th group. I wouldn't really know.
Yeah. But. Like if you could somehow finagle that, that's the way to go. A guy that I knew when I was a Swickie, all right, this guy was National Guard 18 X-ray, and when I knew him, he went through selection, fucking washed out, right? So what the National Guard guys do is they're already in a group. All right, so they're already a part of group. And so they fail selection, they just go back to their group, and the group's like, screw it, man. We'll just send you back later. Just hang out with us, right?
Cool guy stuff in the meantime.
Bro, fast forward about a year and a half later, I'm in Afghanistan. I'm like at Bagram on my way out for mid-tour leave. I'm sitting in the terminal and I look over and I see this dude just looking cool as fuck, man. Beard, baseball cap, like his M4 had like straight up Hubble telescope and shit on it. I don't know. And it dawns on me like, holy shit, that's the dude. That's my buddy that washed out. Holy shit. So I went up to him. I was like, hey, man, how you doing? Well, he's like, oh, hey, what's going on, guy? And I was like, so you fucking made it, man. You made it all the way through. He's like, well, not actually. Not exactly. And I was like, what do you mean, man? And he's like, well, I failed selection that first time, right? Well, I went to group, and they just said, hey, just hang out for a little bit. We'll send you back. And they sent me back, and I failed again. I went back to the group, and they said, hey, fuck it. You'll just deploy with us, and when we get back, we'll send you to selection again. So this kid, regular 11 Bravo airborne, was in Afghanistan as an operator, just living the fucking dream. Meanwhile, I had just been demoted. I was a fucking saw gunner, just hating my life. Like, what the fuck am I doing? And this guy just blew my mind. I was like, this is some bullshit. So you get out, you feel that itch. Find out, man. Call the National Guard and be like, hey, I am cool guy material. All right. Oh my God. Okay, so
the whole community is a trip.
Yeah. So if you're looking at, do you have so all the guys I talked to who have been out and shit, and the common thread that they say that they wish somebody had, really put into them before getting out was having a fucking plan. Even if it was a big macro broad picture fucking plan, just have a plan in place. So have you started thinking about a plan or what you may want to do? Like what college and what you might want to study?
Mm-hmm. Well, I definitely, because Texas was definitely the best state I've ever lived in. So of course I thought about going back there. Plus, right before I went to Korea, the first thing I did when I came back from Korea actually was become a Texas resident. So I know I could go back there because they're very veteran friendly. They're all about that yellow ribbon stuff.
Hell yeah, man.
Thought about that. One of my best friends actually lives in Colorado. He goes to Colorado State University, and that's only 9 hours away from my hometown. So my parents just recently, I have a baby sister. She's not very old, so like that way I can like still be a part of her life and stuff. With being like nine hours away, that's like a day's work. So I could definitely drive that in a day. Or I have grandparents out in Washington. There's like so many options right now. There's so many doors to me. Like it'd be really hard to fuck up as long as I'm not an idiot. You know what I mean? But I want to go to school for construction management.
Okay.
Work up to owning a construction business.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's good shit, man. And I've noticed too that I talked to, it might have been Gonzo or somebody else about it, but the real labor trade industry right now, that is where you can make a great living, good money, 6-figure salary. I mean, and you're not spending 4 to 6 years of your life getting a degree and getting out and finding out that there is no job applicable to your degree. So
there's only going to be construction.
Yeah, man. Yeah, people got to build shit.
Yeah, even if I can't start my own construction business right off the bat, like there's always going to be like construction companies and stuff like that are looking for managers, people with degrees, because that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That's a good solid degree. Like, I mean, I thought about going for music or like physical therapy or something, but what can I do with that? You know what I mean? And I like working with my hands. I like seeing the product of something I built or helped develop or build. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's second best. Why not?
Yeah, man. I like it, man. I like it. Fucking solid. Sounds like you got a pretty solid idea of what you want to do. Now, have you already started ACAPing or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. skipping out on formations. Like, hey, I got ACAP today. First sergeant, I gotta go.
I started that before I went to selection.
Yeah. See, smart man. God, I like it. Okay, man. Well, aside from that, man, I know you and I talked before about the bodybuilding and working out and stuff. Have you thought about maybe going into that?
So those guys, I definitely, I most likely will probably get back into something like that because I had a great time. The first competition when I was like 19, I didn't. I mean, I was going to college. I didn't have nothing else to do except like study, party, and fucking lift weights. You know what I mean? And so like that's all I had to focus on. So it was super easy. It was super fun. It made me feel like I was doing something with myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just partying and studying. You know what I mean? It made me feel like I was developing something. And I did. It was really fun, and I did pretty well. I met a lot of good people through it. Like I was 19, and I participated in teen, collegiate, and novice. And for teen, I got first place. That was really cool. That fucking made me feel super good.
Now, was that just straight strongman or Olympic lifting?
Like actual body, like physique and body.
Okay, shit. Wow. Okay, I didn't even know they had collegiate stuff for that.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck it. I paid the extra money. I was like, whatever. I'll pay the extra money for each individual class. And I competed in the North American Natural Bodybuilding Federation because like I'm joining the army. I don't want to like compete against people that are all juiced out and stuff. I was like, if I can't do it, I don't want my competitors being all about that.
Yeah.
So I like got first for teen. I got fifth for collegiate, which was pretty cool because there was like 26-year-old college kids there, and I was like 19, and so like my adult body hadn't even kicked in, and so I was like, whatever. But then novice, I didn't place a novice. Those were grown ass men. It was whatever. I was a 19-year-old kid, looking still waiting for filling my puppy paws. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. And I mean, it's a learning experience, man. Like, and there ain't nothing wrong with failure.
I could definitely see myself getting back into it now that I might have the possibility to have the free time for that. So I could definitely see that. But there's like those dudes like Jay Cutler, Phil Heath, and Kai Greene, like those guys, they live. That's all they do, man.
And you actually met Kai Greene, didn't you? There's a picture. You met him in Korea, right?
Yeah, when I was in Korea, I got to meet him. I went to a fitness show, a fitness festival, and then like Kai Greene was there. He was like posing and stuff. Like, yes, he was a guest there, and freaking, he went into the back and went back there, and I was like, oh man, I gotta go meet Kai Greene. I was with my buddies, and I was like, I gotta go meet him. So I ran back there, and security was like, hey man, hey, no, Kai Greene's not taking visitors and stuff. And so they fucking so they pushed me outside, and then I was sitting there, I was like shaking and shit, because like when Kai Greene was like on stage, I was like, I saw him, I made eye contact, and like a little fangirl, I was like, I'm from America. And he was like, cool dude, me too, and I was like, oh my god, I just embarrassed myself. I was like, I need to get back there and fucking reintroduce myself.
You gotta reclaim your manhood.
Yeah. So like there's a group of Koreans just walking in a line, just like all like playing on their phones and stuff. And I was wearing a hoodie, so I looked around, looked at my boys, and I was like, this is it. So I threw my hood on, and like Assassin's Creed, I just like fucking slid in the back of the line and slid right past security. And like next thing you know, I was like in the back with a bunch of like I was like the tallest dude there. There was like all Koreans that were like up to my chest and stuff. And I was like the only man back there, and they're all looking at me, and I was like looking back at them. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Well, I'm back here. So I walked back and sat, and I was like sitting outside, and I walked over to Kai Greene's like dressing room, and I was sitting there, and security came up, and was like, what are you doing back here? And I was like, oh, I'm just here to carry Kai Greene's shit. He doesn't feel like carrying it. I'm just here to pack up his stuff.
Seriously?
Yeah. And they like looked around, they're like, oh, okay, cool. And they just walked off, and I was like,
oh my god.
But
Somebody banging on a door?
yeah, it's fucking everyone's getting drunk because they're all back from Louisiana. So
Gnarly. But anyway, so you you conned the fucking security guards, and then what?
and then fucking I waited a little bit. Kai Greene came back and fucking got to meet the dude, man. He's actually a really nice dude.
Really? Because I see a lot of the stuff on YouTube and all of social media, and like Kai's that super artistic, like deep thought kind of dude, and he seems like a nice guy, man.
Very right-brained. He's very philosophical and a very down-to-earth man. I really appreciated meeting him. It was a great experience for real.
That's awesome. It's awesome. Hey, maybe we'll get lucky, and he'll see this video, he'll see the interview, and be like, yeah, shout out to the fucking Davis there, fucking. But that is awesome. That it's very, for guys like you and me that are real into bodybuilding and fitness and stuff, getting the opportunity to meet somebody who's at like the peak the top level of yeah. I mean, it's holy crap, dude.
Yeah, Korea was definitely a great opportunity for me. That really had a lot of development. That really helped develop me into who I am today. Like hanging out with people like Bolin and high quality people like that.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire time, really helped develop me as a man. I really believe that. I give him Bolin a lot of credit.
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah, I give him a lot of credit, and so I feel like I'm a better man because I went to Korea. I definitely learned a lot of stuff. It was probably the best time of my life.
Really?
I did some stupid stuff, but like
you hanging out with them juicy girls, weren't you?
No, dude. I gotta. No, dude. They freaked me out, man. They freaked me out. Can't deal with them.
All right. Again, anybody watching, if you don't know what juicy girls are, just find somebody who's done a tour in Korea and just ask. They'll tell you. Well, shit, man. And that's surprising to hear because most guys who do a tour in Korea, they just, they either come back with their life ruined, like, like lost rank, getting kicked out of the army, or their marriage fell apart. I mean, Korea has a long-standing record of just ruining dudes. So I'm surprised and glad that it didn't, get its grip on you and just fuck you up.
Yeah. I definitely didn't have a good time doing what I was supposed to, that's for sure.
That's good, man. That's good. So usually I ask this question to guys who have already gotten out, but since you seem pretty set on getting out, and you're A-capping now, let me ask you what has been your best and worst experience in the Army so far, and you can do either or first. Just give me one of each.
Well, the worst was the loss of my rank, actually. That was the most frustrating, like, belittling. I just felt like such a shitbag fucking. I just felt it was so irritating, frustrating. I just felt like helpless and stuff at the time because it was just a misunderstanding. And I had like a squad leader that was pissed off at me for whatever reason. And he did everything in his power to get me that Article 15. And he went through the ranks. He used the open door policy like 3 times. And finally at the battalion commander, that's when he accepted it. So that's when it got pushed. So that really sucked. That was definitely the worst. But the best, man, fucking Korea, dude. That was a good time. And
awesome.
And most of the off time in Texas, dude. Like, I can definitely say that. I think the best part was actually the people I've met.
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely. I have more brothers now. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. It's a family.
Okay. That's for sure.
Well, shit, man. I appreciate you taking a few moments out of your staff duty. And if you guys are watching this and you see him in his tantees, because he's supposed to be eating dinner, but he's talking to me instead. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you for taking the time, and I wish you nothing but luck. And if you ever need anything, man, just give me a holler.
Oh yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right. Hey, and everybody watching, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and honestly, you could like or dislike. I don't give a shit. Put whatever down there, okay? Comment. If you got questions or even advice for young Davis here, throw it down there in the bottom. Aside from that, just remember I love you all and I hate you all, and shit'll buff out.